Welcome everybody to League Zero. I'm Joe Razor, joined here by Novino, and we have a matchup, probably the most hype matchup from Novice this week, in between Geometric and One Trick Wonders.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? I would definitely say this has the potential to be the closest because if you went back and watched any of the Novice games, both are pretty much a wash. SBC did look better this week, but definitely this is the premier matchup this week. Just from the talent level in both teams, with the big trade also that happened where me got sent from SBC to OTW. I'm really excited to see how these teams develop. Let's see if me can really live up to the hype now with a supporting cast around him.
Yeah, I think me is definitely the player to watch out for in this game, because last week OTW, probably one of the most famous matches of Novice this season, where they lost in a 6-map reverse sweep against Edinburgh. And something that really stood out to me while watching that game was the tank play from One Trick Wonders. It looked kind of lacking. And so I think me can really help put this team over the edge and become one of the better teams in Novice.
100%. I mean, me has been a super solid player, really good comms in terms of the biggest problem I've had coaching and managing Novice both last season and this season is just lack of talking. And me does not have that problem whatsoever. He just he always is looking forward to the action and bringing it forward, which is really helpful in a meta where you need to play as fast as you can. And a big problem in low SR players is a lack of tempo control, lack of tempo awareness.
Yeah, for sure. As we're gonna get ready to get into the first map here, it's gonna be Ilios, and our first point will be well.
I would not be surprised to see the Farah matchups coming out here, because both teams really like to stray away from the Sombra Reaper comps. So I definitely think you'll see more DPS oriented, probably with Ashe Farah or Widow Farah, or maybe even Genji thrown in the mix. I definitely see Ana Mercy a support duo.
Yeah, Ana Mercy, even in this current meta, is still very powerful. You can damage boost the Ashe, you can damage boost your Farah. Just a very strong support line.
Yep. Okay, so as I predicted, more damage-oriented comps that are going to favor those teams' strengths, with the Farah and the Tracer, and then Ashe and Reaper.
Yeah, an Ashe Reaper comp here for OTW. I find that a bit interesting. You don't really see this too much.
I think it's really good at trying to bully the front line with the spam damage from Farah, and the Reaper serves as an enforcer to protect your tanks from if the other team is running Shadow Dive, for example. But they're not, so I'm really interested to see how this works.
Some very aggressive push in the back from SD Awesome, trying to take Tree out of the game here. Me's pretty low on the front line here, then chucked down by X. Both teams are just going to reset here. You see the Pharmacy's in the back against the Ashe and just going to take down the Ashe very early, and they're going to attempt to follow up on the Farah and succeed. The entire team will just collapse around that. OTW missing a ton of damage here. Me and Blue Jay will trade out here, so they're going to find a couple kills, but it's not going to be enough. That was a phenomenal decision there from SD Awesome to dive this Ashe Mercy in the back.
Think that Ashe is just a straight counter, the Ashe Mercy to the Farah Mercy. But if the Pharmacy plays it where they just barrel stuff the Ashe, it's really, you feel so much pressure to hit those shots. Tree wants to be in a range where he can just snipe SD out of the sky. But if SD just closes the distance really quickly, it's hard for Tree to keep up. So a really smart play right there.
Yeah, the pole spawn gets thrown and doesn't find any kills, but that shot from Tree definitely will. Phantom Flex is going to pull out the Coalescence here. The Primal Rage is going to come out for Prince Zexu, as that's another shot from Tree to take down X. SD Awesome will get rest up as Prince Zexu has sent Iggledy Bop into the pit, as SD Awesome's going to drop the barrage and take down Mellow. Glantum's going to go down to Zexu here, so it's a very back and forth fight. It could still go either way, and that's a huge play for me here to take down Churd. SD Awesome will find the kill onto Tree, so that Ashe, that's a lot of damage taken out of the fight. Zexu's going to get taken down. Blue Jay's going to use his bomb to sting in mech, and he's going to take down the Pharmacy. Blue Jay's going to most likely be able to turn this for his team here. Great play, and maybe a bit of a mistake there from Geometric.
Actually, really like the play from Geo, where they get that res off. OTW to me, are trying to play almost it's hard to say because like both comps want to play slower, but OTW wants to play a little faster. They don't deny the res, which almost allows SD to clutch out the fight with ultimates, but the bomb just was super clutch from Jay to keep it in.
Speaking of bomb, the bomb's going to get thrown in from Churd. He will get taken down from Eagle's Death Blossom while in the Baby Diva form, but SD's going to trade out onto Phantom. Zexu's going to go down to Eagle as well, and these are some huge kills and a great res from Mello, and this should be another fight win here for OTW, as this Pharah could get a late stagger here, which would be massive. Yeah, and he's going to go down there, so that's such a good stagger there from OTW. So they're going to build up to around 50%.
I think if I was Geo, what I would want to do is try and use your Tracer and Pharah to get on top of the Ashe, while your tanks are just playing keep away, where they just keep kiting and kiting and kiting, and have to force someone to commit.
Yeah,
right?
That's what we saw in the first fight.
Yeah, and they're just not doing it anymore.
Yes, you see the bomb's going to get thrown in here. As you see the Pharah's trying to take it off angle, but it's still playing so far away from this Ashe Mercy here. That's a great pulse bomb, though. He's going to act. I think that was a stick on the Mellow to take him down. So that's a great opening pick there for the team here. The Primal Rage gets popped. Hasn't found any kills yet, as they're going to commit the Nano as the Primal fades. Can Eagle teleport back up? He actually manages to. Eagle gets booped in, but he gets back up, but it shouldn't really matter. His tree's going to go down, and then everybody else is soon to follow. So that was a very... That fight didn't really look too clean there from Geometric, but they managed to pull it out.
I mean, like, the idea is like, Geo closed the distance, Exfil got a big stick, because him and SD both committed onto that Ashe backline. And if they do that, like, they just have more, like, flanking power. Oh-ho!
That's going to buy them so much space here. They're just going to be able to move their tanks up. You see Blue Jay's a bit alone, but he will be all right here, as the Mercy ult's going to get popped. As you see, SD's going to try to go into the back here, try to find this Ashe and take him down here. SD's been left alone. What was that? They just left SD alone. He manages to get a kill from the barrage, but it's going to get rezzed up here as Zexu's in a very awkward position by himself. They kind of left him out to dry here, but he's going to manage to get out. Eagle did get rezzed up in there as well, and he's going to drop the Blossom. That's 2 kills now, going away for Geometric. The bomb to finish everything off. Doesn't get any kills, but as it ticks up to overtime, One Trick should be able to flip the point. Bit of a waste of a bomb there from Blue Jay, but it's okay.
I mean, I love the idea. I think he was trying to launch it to take out the Pharah so he couldn't recontest, and they had to waste something. But, like, I love the play from Blue Jay to deny the barrage. Because, like, yeah, they left SD alone, but Blue Jay was ready on the snap of his finger, and they got the res. Oh!
What a kill from SD! He's just going to take Phantom before the fight even starts, and the X-Full is soon to follow onto Tree here. They're going to manage to res up Phantom, but Blue Jay's going to get demeched as the Nano's going to go onto SD, and this is looking so good here for Geometric, as if they could take out the rest of the players, that would just be massive here, as looks like they may just be able to take this first point here, as the only remaining player is me on this Winston. Phantom Flex, only player remaining, as Tree has rejoined on the Soldier, but the barrage is going to get dropped, take him down, and they're going to be able to flip it back over. Now it's just a question if they could recontest, and they won't. Geometric, take the first point.
I think the big issue was like, OTW did a really bad job of rotating ultimates and lost, like, so much value in that. As well as, like, I'm just watching the play here. And Geo's doing a better job, like, especially in the latter half of the map, of playing their win cons, where, like, they just want to create as much chaos as possible. They want to play, like, spread out and, like, just away from each other, so, like, they can let their damage just do the talking, right? While the Reaper is more so wants to just go into you, like, Eagle and the Reaper just wants to, like, just barrel stuff you, right? While you can't really do that when everyone's just so split. Oh, we get the mirror matchup, except with a Rhine for Geo this time. I'm excited to see these guys like take on the map.
The Rhine. I don't understand really why Zexu's opting to run the Rhine here, but see if he can get any value out of it. I just think the Winston is just objectively better.
I think on like closer points, you can definitely play with the Rhine and just get much more value out of Shatter. But I do personally also prefer Winston.
Yeah, as there's going to be a hack up onto me, so he's not going to be able to play too aggressive. As Zach's going to fade now, looks like people just want to push up. SD's getting some nice poke damage in. He's going to bring me down to half. The Winston bubble's going to get popped, as it's just a very slow-paced fight here. So it looks like Zexu wants to commit. Yeah, and he's going to push it as that's a hack onto me, so he's not going to have any utility to stay alive, and SD's going to take him out. That's a great opening pick. They played it slow, got the pick and the cap. Oh, he's got the shatter already. He's only going to hit one player, but It's maybe a bit of an overcommitment as Zexu's going to go down, and X. They went so aggressive here to try to secure this fight and build up a lot of percentage. It may cost them, but SD's not having any of it. He's going to drop the Blossom. He's going to get a couple kills, and while the rest of his team may have made a mistake, SD's an incredible player.
I think it was more so like, if I was Zexu, as soon as I got Shatter, I would have shattered on that corner, and they wouldn't have to commit other ults. But because of that little overcommitment, that little like overextension, they had to commit so many other ults to it, like the Cole, the Shatter, and they committed Blossom, right? Yeah. So now OTW has an ult advantage going into this fight because they didn't. And this is also why Ryan is sometimes favored, because you can build ult much faster than Monkey if you're playing correctly.
Speaking of ults, the D.Va Bomb's going to get thrown in the back. It's not going to find any kills, but it should buy them a lot of space. Zexu's forced to pin back onto the point here, but he's just going to get collapsed on and take it out. Tree is traded, though, as the boss is going to get dropped from Eagle. The D.Va Bomb is thrown out from Churd, but he's not going to be able to get the remake. Mello also committed the beat in there, as this looks like it should be a geometric fight as Eagle finds kill after kill. The Primal is forced out from me. That's a nice force from geometric, but the point will be capped.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I agree with the Primal at the end there, but I do like the commitment of playing fast pace. I think both Sombras have been really slow to build EMP, and now they both have it, and because of how long they took, SD's on his second Blossom, Waxel's on his first EMP.
Yeah, so see if we're to see, it's really a question of which team get their EMP out first, and the answer is going to be geometric. That's massive. It hits all 6 players, and Death Blossom's going to get drawn and manage to take down Phantom. SD gets traded out, but Tree gets taken down as well. Zexu goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade going back and forth here. Neither team will have the main tank. The beat from Wooly, though, is going to allow them to push a bit more aggressive. They're going to manage to get the rest of the kills here. As Blue Jay, the only remaining player, is going to get taken out, and they're going to flip it.
I like the combo. I think SD should have just like walked into the middle of them and hit Q instead of like kind of tight TPing the backline and doing it, because you really only got Phantom. And the only reason they really did well is because they had the beat sustain and just had an ultimate advantage, while OTW just didn't have the ults to follow up or do anything.
Yeah, the Coalesce is going to get put out here from Phantom, but he's going to actually take down the out of position SD. I don't know if he didn't have his Wraith form or what was up. Here's the Shatter gets dropped. He's going to hit 2 players here, and the pin's going to come through. It's going to take down Eagle. It's a huge opening pick here. It's a 1-for-1 trade for both teams. The D.Va Bomb on point for Blue Jays. Not going to find any kills. Me has popped the Primal, looking to knock some people off the edge. They're going to get a hack off onto Phantoms. The EMP is going to get dropped from X. First EMP of the game. The D.Va Bomb on top is going to take down me, but Zexu is taken down in the midst of that. So no main take for either side here. Flank Yada is going to pop the Coalescence. The beat comes out for Mello here, so the portal ultimate's coming out from both sides. On the point now, Tree's going to get taken down as it looks like he wasn't able to grab the health pack in time. Eagle's going to drop the Blossom. He's going to get 2 kills here, but not before SC managed to take down Mello. Blue Jay's going to take down Flank Yada, and it looks like they may finally do it, but as soon as I say that, Eagle's going to go down to X. The players are starting to return now for Geometric, so they're going to be able to win this fight, maybe. X is going to go down, and nobody's able to get on. And somehow, some way, Geometric will take the first map.
That was just complete lack of focus fire towards the end. I felt like nothing was dying. And it definitely was due to like a lack of focus fire from both teams. And Geo just won out because SD and like their team was able to like win their individual duels. Like honestly, if like LTW has better focus fire, they clean up a lot of these fights.
Yeah, if they had some better focus fire there at the end, I feel like they would have won that second point there, and we would be heading to Ruins. But they weren't able to do it, and Geo will take our first map here. But it was very close. There was many points where it looked like it could have gone OTW's way, and in a different world, we could be seeing OTW up here.
Yeah, I don't know, like, first point was really close. I think in the mirror, like, Zexu just got much more value than me did on the Rhine, because I thought Me's primals were really questionable in a couple, like his first 2. I thought Tree really wasn't building EMP fast enough. Xful, even though he only had 2 during that course of that map, like, got value out of his EMP. Even so, he only had 2. And it just felt like there was, like, a lack of synergy in, like, those ultimate combos from both sides, but more so from OTW.
Yeah, for sure here. As we are just waiting on the map pick now from OTW. If I'm not mistaken, Escort. Ooh, will be our next map type. Wonder what map they're gonna opt to go with here. As Tilted Waffles will be subbed in for Xful, so they'll be taking out Xful, who historically, if I'm not mistaken, has been more of their Sombra player. I'm kind of interested to see what Tilted will be running here. I wonder, with the sub of Tilted, if they're going to opt to go for a bit more of the long-range hit scan. I think that's more of a Tilted expertise.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. I definitely actually would expect Tilted to play the Ashe here, because that's what I know he's known for.
Yeah. Yeah, Tilted is a very good Ashe and Widow player. He's fairly decent at these hit scan, the hit scan, and so, and on most escort maps, you can really just run the Ashe and get away with it. And speaking of escort, our map will be Rialto. So OTW will choose Rialto here for their map pick. The thing is a decent map for OTW. It allows them to get away from this Sombra Reaper dive, which I feel if it's Sombra Reaper versus Sombra Reaper, I think Geo may just come out on top.
Yeah, I really don't see Geo trying to play. I don't see either team here trying to play the meta here. I definitely see more of sniper comps coming out with maybe a Pharah from either side, because Rialto lends itself to those high ground, those snipers. Until third point, it's it can be a sniper / long range poke fiesta, and I know both teams like to stay away from it, as a lot of Novice teams do, and so I think that's what we'll see.
Yeah. Even on third point, you could still run some of this long-range hit scan if you play the sightlines correctly. But, of course, it's not. Most on third point, at the very end, Brawl is probably the better comp, but it's just, most of the map, it's not that, so I would be surprised if we saw anything other than Ashe, some Ashe Sombra, Ashe Reaper being played.
Yeah, I definitely think Ashe Reaper's probably more likely, because I know, Sombra is a niche character for a lot of people in their hero pool. So I definitely expect, I just expect the, what's it called? People stray away from it because how niche it is. So, yeah. Because, people at low SR are why would you play Sombra? Because Sombra in a non-team environment, it's really hard to be a carry character. So, especially with these people in their first team environments.
If I'm not mistaken, on ladder, Sombra has a 30% win rate.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is the lowest out of any hero.
That's insane to me, because Sombra is so potent in team environments. I was talking to one of my buddies on Wisdom's 4K team, and he was like, in every meta, if it feels like it's quote-unquote solved, then once it's quote-unquote solved, Sombra always finds a way to be a part of it. Because Sombra just, once you get rid of ultimates, once you have all that utility, she becomes so much more valuable.
Yeah. As we're gonna see more of a dive defense here. I like this play from Geometric to run this Ashe Tracer comp. On the attack, however, we're going to see some Sombra Reaper with the Rein Zarya, so two very different styles here. See SD just looking for the flank here. It's going to get forced out. I like these comps from either side. I'm just very interested to see how the two teams will clash here, as B going for a Fire Strike just gets blown up. Taken out of the fight immediately, and Mello looks like he could be soon to follow here as he's Discord. He's going to manage to get out, though. And with that one pick, Geo's just going to get the fight win.
Zed Mercy is really potent damage-wise, and it's hard to just even poke as, the Sombra Reaper comp. If you want to play the Sombra Reaper comp into this, you really just have to full commit into the backline, because, if you notice, they don't really have a crossfire. That's sometimes the danger of running the Tracer instead of, a double sniper. If you just, speed and full commit onto like their backline, you might be able to get a pick. Especially the Zen. The Zen is so vulnerable.
Yeah, SD Awesome's getting so much damage here onto the team. He's almost taken out Eagle around twice here. He's going to throw the Pulse Bomb. He's not going to find any kills, but it brings Mello down to 1. He's going to manage to stay alive here with the help of his support counterpart. Zexu's going to get forced back here. I would like them to see me run me on the Winston instead here, just to get a bit more of a dive presence, as Eagle's going to get taken out from a flank from SD. The Bob and the Trans commit on. I'm not sure if Flank Yada got forced into the Trans. Me's going to get taken down soon to follow his tree. So a bit of a maybe ult waste from Geo, but they managed to get the fight win.
And now Me is going to go to the Winston, because if you run the Winston Diva here, you can literally just, instead of playing it like a brawl, play as a full dive and just commit onto the Zenyatta, right? And then if the Ashe isn't hitting their shots, or you save your bubble for that instance, you can kill the Zen before the Ashe can really damage you.
He
just gets bursted.
He just stays alone on the high ground. He has no team around him, and he just doesn't try to fall back or anything. Just gets immediately just blown up here. This is just some great focus fire from Geometric, something that One Trick has been kind of lacking this game. Oh, that's such a late kill. They're not even going to be allowed to regroup here. The Pulse Bomb gets thrown in as well and takes down Eagle. Where was his Wraith for? Just the players aren't able to reset because of these aggressive peaks from their from Geo's DPS.
SD is just able to kind of harass Eagle the entire time, because if Eagle runs out of cooldowns to get out from the initial like engage, then he's just so vulnerable. They have to they just have to full commit. This bubble, no.
Yeah, the beat's gonna get dropped for Mello here. They're gonna throw the grab. It's gonna hit multiple players. Woolly's gonna get taken down though. The Diva Bomb finds 2. Churn finds 2 kills here. As Flank Yada's gonna pop the Trance to help push forward. They're trying to get these cleanup kills. Tilton's gonna take himself out with his own dynamite, and Tree never used his EMP. He still has it.
But actually, now they have one fight left, and he could just EMP Blossom this next fight.
They switched their entire tank line as well. So Me, who had just gotten Primal, won't have that either.
I don't know why you switch off the Winston. I get it, but you just, with the Zarya, I understand you want to use grab, but it's just, double bubble is just not good against it. Unless you're cleansing Discord, jumping in and just cleansing Discord, then it's good, but until then, it's just not very helpful.
Yes, the Bob's gonna get thrown in here. It's gonna knock everybody up. The EMP only hits 2 people. It's gonna hit the tank, but Eagle managed to get 1 kill there with his Blossom. Is sure it's gonna get demeched here. And it looks like they will be pushed back here. The Coalescence, they're gonna pop it as they just want to try to deny a recontest here. And with that kill on the Zexu and Flank Yada, they may be able to do it. The rest comes through onto Zexu. The wide swing for Me is gonna take down Churd.
That gets OTW first point. They don't get a recontest because of how they played that.
So it took forever, and it looked very dangerous for One Trick at times, but they're going to manage to cap first point.
It's just with this composition, if you get your ultimates, people joke and call it Exodia or whatever, if you get 6 ults as the attacking Shadow Dive or Shadow Brawl, whatever you want to call it, then it's very hard to come back because EMP just takes away all your value. But Flank Yada's been building these Transcendences at a stupid rate.
Yeah, this is his 3rd Transcendence of the game as the Pulse Bomb gets thrown in. Why did he translocate out? Tree gets taken down from that Pulse as SD's going to get taken down from Blue Jay here.
Why is he pinned?
What was that pin? Flank Yada is just able to take him down as the Trans is going to get popped. This is a 3rd Trans of the game for Flank Yada, and this is just some massive mistakes from One Trick, which could be costing them the game.
I mean, they still have some fights, and the big thing is since how Flank Yada's been the sports have been using their ultimates, Tree in theory should be able to build the EMP and have it way before Flank has another Transcendence, or even they have a Valkyrie. So this could very much favor them. And honestly, what I would do is just play speed into them and look for a shatter.
Yeah, see, the high ground's gonna get contested here from Blue Jays. The bomb's gonna get thrown in from Churd. It's not gonna manage to find any kills, but it's gonna force the team back for now and give Geo the high ground. You see, Me's caught out of position here. Looks like he's going to go down. That Dynamite's not helping. Mello's going to be forced to use the beat to keep him up. They're going to push forward and try to demech Churd, and they will manage to do that. The bomb's going to get thrown in as the Shatter gets dropped. He gets booped up, but he's going to manage to knock 1 down on the ground. Blue Jay with the Diva Bomb finds 3. And once again, it was labored, but they managed to get the win.
I think they might cap second with this, and if they don't, they have EMP Blossom.
Yeah,
And
it looks like
Flank got
Zexu... Yeah. Zexu is the only player that could touch any ops not to, so they're going to cap second.
Blue Jay's gonna get DMAC because he got hacked.
Churd is actually the one that gets DMAC'd. Blue Jay gets DMAC'd, it took the pulse bomb, but...
Just EMP them here with Blossom, please. Oh, never mind. Eagle gets hacked. See, this is where you need to play fast. Even they don't have a mech either, guys. Like you you have EMP Blossom. Oh wow, or just kill SD.
What? SD gets taken down from Eagle. What a kill! It's a great opening pick here as Zexu's gonna head in with the Primal and get taken down anyways. Me's hacked up for his 3rd time in the past 30 seconds. Not allowed to play the game. Pain of a Reinhardt main in a Sombra meta. But that's a decent fight win as Zexu's gonna head over to Ryan here for the 3rd point.
I'm out of here.
And SD also heads to the Reaper. You see the EMP is gonna get dropped and hits all 6. Tree is yet to use his EMP here, as they're just gonna lose the fight off a 6-man EMP. Why is Tree and Eagle just playing so passive here, just not using their ultimates?
I don't know. Honestly, like, you could have used it at so many different points and just gotten a lot more cart push. And the fact that Tilted switches to Sombra at the beginning of 3rd and then builds it before Tree uses... I don't know. It's just like gold in a nutshell.
It's just as hard to watch here because
he just using the translocator.
The Shatter gets dropped and hits 3 players. They might not even need the EMP. They're going to commit in. It's going to hit 4 players here. The S Blossom has yet to be popped here as the Trans, Shatter, and the EMP, not Trans, Coalescence, will be enough there to win the fight as Eagle's going to get 2 kills and a DMAC here. You see, they're just going to...
I liked him holding the Blossom because he recognized he needs to win. But it's like, when are you going to use it, bro?
Yeah, he can use it when the players try to recontest here. The Diva Bomb's gonna get thrown. SD could turn this with this, but the beat's there to keep everybody up. Well, he's gonna get taken down, but the Shatter's gonna get dropped on top of the EMP, which allows him to take down Eagle. So no Blossom for him. He's had this since 2nd point. The bomb's gonna get thrown on top of this. Gonna find some kills. It manages to find 1. So they're slowly getting kills here. And so this could be turnable here for Geometric, but it's gonna be very hard. Sure, it's gonna get DMAC'd and taken down as Wooly has rejoined the fight. Soon to be followed is SD. He's gonna get hacked and taken down. And it looks like finally, one trick, not yet actually. It's gonna be a nice touch there. Zexu's gonna get booped away.
Eagle's just holding Blossom for Overwatch 2, bro.
And Eagle,
I don't know. I just don't know.
Eagle had his Blossom. As soon as they rounded that first corner on point B after you cross the bridge, and he just never used it. He held it for a combined, I think it was 4 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes. And Tree, who also held onto his own EMP for around 2 minutes, got it, used it, and then built up another one in that same time frame. So, Eagle, use your Blossom.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm struggling. I'm at a loss for words in a couple ways, where it's like,
yeah,
I don't know what to say. Like, I thought like in the mid fight, in the neutral fights, Eagle's done pretty well. It's just like I'm not seeing any ult usage from the side of OTW. Like they just hold on to ults forever. Like on that first attack, Flankiata used his literally was like, okay, I'm done waiting for this EMP, and just used his Transcendence like 2 or 3 times. Before Tree uses EMP once.
I've casted a lot of Novice Overwatch in my time, and that was the most Novice Overwatch in a nutshell round I've ever seen.
Yeah, it just
the team the team that refuses to use ult and looks like it very uncoordinated and the worst team ends up winning.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
we're gonna see some Ash Widow coming out from Geometric.
I really like double sniper on this point. It just all depends on if Tilted can get a good angle and hit his shots on the outside.
Yeah.
But if I was OTW, you identify that and just speed into them.
Tilted.
Oh, I need to spec this.
Oh, this flank here could be massive. They're gonna see him though before he's able to hit a shot here. And it's going to be an aggressive play from One Trick because they're just trying to ignore the Widow here. But you can't ignore for too long, and he finally gets a kill here. Drew's going to head up to try to deal with him. And SD's going to get taken down. This is kind of funny to see Tilted try to take him down as Tree's going to finally manage to take down Tilted. So nice try from Tilted, but then Anti-Nade could help turn things here.
This is what I mean. If they had just sped and like left the Widow in the back, they could have won the fight easily. Because they have much more frontline damage. They're playing too slow.
Yeah, they're going to nano the Winston as SD's going to head over onto the far here. Blue Jay's anti-ed taken low. Zexu's going to go try to finish him off here, but he's not able to. He's going to go back, try to take down the players on point as True's going to get taken down from the newly minted Pharah. Melo's soon to follow from the shot from Tilted here, and they're going to...
Why are you contesting this? Just wait for last touch.
They're going to force out a Diva Bomb, which is going to take down Eagle, who used his Death Blossom there. So we waited 4 to 5 minutes to use his Blossom, and then uses that Blossom there. Not sure why it was. The Shatter gets dropped. It hits so many players, but the cart blocks the Diva Bomb. So no kills come out from it, but that Shatter on top of the Coalescence will allow them to get the fight win.
I don't know how I feel about using Beat there, too.
They used 5 ults there to win that fight. Well, I think we should just stop counting Eagle's Blossoms
I
as
did not
ults.
count that. I did not count that.
So they used 4 ults.
I did not count that. Because I literally said, why are we pushing? Like, just wait for last fight and then commit ultimates. And then Eagle's just like, nah, bruh. Let me just kick you right now. Push into them! You literally need to play faster. Kill the monkey!
Yes, they're gonna give them time to get a nice anti-nade on. Tilted manages to go down, but the EMP's gonna get dropped. It's gonna hit 3 players. Zexu's gonna fall. So but SD in the back! Oh, he's trying to turn this here for his team. He's gonna get the 2 players with his barrage and take down Mii's shield. But he looks like it may have been a nice play for the highlight reel, but he's not gonna buy them a team fight win.
Reaper Goper is really like what I noticed there. Like, Eagle can, like, now Tree just says, screw the Sombra. I suck at it. Let me just go ahead and play some Widow, bro. I just, so many questions.
Yeah, as they're gonna nano the Winston here. As Tree's gonna go down from a shot from Tilted. Bump's gonna get dropped on point from Blue Jay here. He's gonna manage to take down Flank Yalu, who's trying to hide behind the car. Blue Jay's gonna get hit with the dynamite as the beat's gonna get dropped right after Churd gets demeched. Eagle drops the Blossom. He's used more Blossoms this attack than he has the entire defense.
You mean offense?
Offense?
Yeah. So, like, my biggest criticism earlier was that OTW wasn't rotating ults, and now they are. They're still playing too slow for my liking, but because, like, they have such an advantage here. Okay, now we have Tracer instead of the Pharah. Oh, nice shot from Zexu.
Zexu's gonna go down as the Shatter gets dropped here. They're gonna find 2 kills off the back of it. Zexu's gonna manage to get rezzed up, but it shouldn't look like it matter. And One Trick Wonders are gonna actually manage to take Rialto, barring a miracle.
I'm at a loss for words. An actual loss for words. Because... Yeah. Okay, I said in my production application that my color casting sometimes is like a literal shitpost, and this is one of those moments.
I'm just not sure what to say.
Yeah!
Because this game just... What was that from Esty? Okay. I somehow missed that.
Yeah. Just so many questions. So many questions. Like, I saw positive things from both teams, right? But when it comes down to it, is Geo didn't want to take the mirror matchup till 3rd point, because like, unless you play the Zen Mercy comp to perfection in overtime, I'm fairly certain just because of ultimates, the Shadow Brawl, whatever, like, will win. Until then, though, it's just a bit hard.
Yeah. As it will be Geo's map pick. and we will be heading to everybody's favorite map type, 2CP.
So many.
I wonder what Geo is going to choose here as their map.
If I were them, I think Volskaya or Anubis. Personally. But that's just me. We will see.
Talk. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Anubis will be the map pick here from Geometric, and I assume, like always, OTW will be choosing to be on the defense.
I mean, like, I think defense is just a better thing to, a better thing to pick in general. Like, just objectively to me, like, it's a better pick because it allows you to, like, know your win condition, right? While if you pick attack, like, yeah, some people are like, oh, I like to set the pace of the game. Yeah, but it's also, like, really booming if you have a really awful attack. Even if you have bad defense, it's always winnable as long as your attack is decent, right? But it just feels... I've always been the person that will pick defense. I know very few teams that will pick first, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I don't even know, bro. I honestly don't. Like... so many questions. Because, like, honestly, like, I didn't even, like, to be honest, the DPS of OTW, I feel like didn't even exist on Rialto. Like, Eagle had some good moments on defense. Tree, well...
Wait, the defense from OTW?
Yeah, like, they full hell!
Oh, I thought you were saying the defense from OTW was so bad.
No.
Yeah.
I said he had some good moments on defense where he didn't hold his Q for forever. But then, like, Tree kind of just, like, switched to the Sombra. Like, did he even build an EMP? Or they used it with that Shatter. Did they use it? I don't even know. And then he goes Widow. It doesn't get a kill till, like, the very last fight. And I was like, alright. I just don't know. Now we go into Anubis. We're definitely going to see, like, Ashe, Widow, or something from the defense of... we're definitely seeing, like, Ashe Junk or something.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to see probably a Pharah or Echo from Geo. With, like, if they run Shadow Dive, I'll be very surprised. But that's what I think I will see. And then on the offense, it's going to be the same thing. Both these teams are trying to play DPS that are not something Reaper. Except Eagle. Eagle's just been on Reaper the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Okay, yeah. Ashe Genji. Fairly... Like, so they're playing more of a traditional dive comp with a sniper. I almost would have preferred the Widow, personally. So your Mercy can more so help pocket your tanks when they die. But I guess if Flank's hitting his shots and then good LOS can do that. But a good bubble or a good DM from your the D.Va, it could be better for that. I really hate the Rhine on OTW's defense, personally. Because, like, what are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do if they dive them? What are you going to do? Not shit, that's what you're going to do. Like, honestly, you have no vertical mobility. So if they go all the way back to the Widow, what are you going to do? Your D.Va's going to go and that's it. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Joe, this is where you talk, Joe. I can't talk.
This is where I talk. As SD is throwing the game, he was running Genji.
Nanoplate's still a really
seeing
good
Genji
combo.
get some value against double sniper comps, but I just feel against the Junkrat, you're just gonna kind of get shit on, to be fair. As Tree's gonna take down Tilted before the fight even starts. He's gonna get rezzed up.
And he's just like, I'm specking Tree, and he's just like staring at Tilted.
Tilted just taking down. Tree's just dominating Tilted here. Tilted either needs to switch to the Widow or switch to something where he's not trying to take a, where he's not giving sightlines to Tree here. In this small room now, the Genji from SD is gonna dash through as Tilted switches over to the just forgot the hero. Widowmaker. Me is gonna get taken down from SD, who managed to get into the back line. Zexu, though, is traded out. So no main tank for either side here, but the spawn advantage is in the favor of the attackers. Blankiata falls, though, so these kills could be massive here. As Mello fights 2 kills. Mello try to carry this fight all on those lonesome, as they look like they will finally manage to hold it.
I mean, Mello just did a good job of peeling there. But this is like where Genji's gonna get value is if you just ignore him, right? And they just ignored him. And Ryan is so vulnerable to like the Genji right click that can just farm tanks really well if you ignore him. And that's why I think Winston is just a better pick in this comp.
Yeah,
because
I think Winston is just the better pick. As you see in the small room now, Junkrat's going to provide you with a lot of value, and Tree is dominating in this head-to-head here. As the tire's going to get pulled out here, as the Nano Blade's going to come through, though, but Eagle finds 2 kills. Dusty doesn't even pull out the blade, he just gets nanoed, as the ultimates for one trick are just massive here, and they're going to manage to hold as Tilted switches to Junkrat.
And they switch to Ryan? What? What is going on here, bro?
Yeah.
Honestly, so many questions. Like,
and Tree takes out another corner. Tree's just sitting up on the high ground all by himself and just clicking heads. Me's gonna take down Wooly as well as the blade gets dropped. It's gonna force the beat from Mello, as SD's just gonna kind of sit there and then get taken down. And all the rest of Geo are gonna get taken down.
SD, I think, is gonna swap to the Widow himself. I actually think he might do it. No, he switches to... Bro, what? You want to run Pharah Junk versus this? With a ride.
SD almost gets taken down.
Like, Anubis is so good for a Widow because he just has straight sidelines on him. That being said, she doesn't have a pocket or anything, so it is hard for them to heal her. But, like, you basically have to hit, like... Oh.
That Diva Bomb could be big, though, and it's not. As the Pharah is just going to crash on top of a tree, and they finally manage to take him down. Blue Jay with the Diva Bomb. He's actually going to manage to find 2 kills and a D-Mech here. So he's trying to carry this for his team here, as he's going to pick up a 3rd kill. Eagle's taking down the baby Diva, and they're going to manage to hold off a
tilted in the corner, guys. Okay, so Geo should be able to come back before the supports for OTW get back, in theory. And they don't really have ults now to sustain because of how they played it. And we'll see how this goes.
As we get ready here for what could be the final fight here of Geometric's attack, as Woolly Sheep gets taken out from Tree immediately. That's unresable here. As Tree's going to get traded out, though, and Mia's soon to follow. So, while they may have had the opening pick, it looks like this could be going in the favor of Geometric. SC's going to kill himself as Pharah. Tire comes out from Tilted. It's going to help them get the cleanup. Blue Jay manages to find 1 kill, but I doubt that's... I feel like that's all he's going to find. That Tire needed to be big from Eagle. Not going to manage to find anything. Blue Jay's going to manage to reback.
But you're not even contesting, Blue Jay.
Yeah, Mi's going to come back. Me and Tree are going to be back here. Tree has switched over to the Sombra. He managed to find a kill. He's going to force Sexy to use his Tire. I think he got hacked as Tree was getting shattered. Not sure how that actually managed to get off here. As the remaining players are going to get taken down.
Wow. Ultimates, I guess, is really what I would...
Well, okay, like, actual question, though. So Zexu got hacked from Tree, but Tree got shattered.
I think it depends on the animation and also latency for both players. So, because hack is weird. Because you know how sometimes you can get hacked around corners type stuff? Also, like, Tree, honestly, like, you should just play Ashe into this, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, Eagle. Yes, he goes down immediately. That's a huge opening pick here. SD's going to drop the barrage on top of it and manage to find a kill. Wooly's going to go down to Tree, however. That's a nice pick here. Getting kills while you're on this point B defense is very impactful. Mello's just kind of contested here. Nobody really bothered by his existence. They're going to manage to get a second tick now as the Tire's going to get pulled out. It's going to help take Mello down here. As Mi's going to pit out up to the point. He almost DMX Church here, but Tilted is actually going to end up going down to Eagle. Church's going to drop the bomb on point. No kills are going to come out from it. Eagle on the point here with the help of Tree and the beat here. As SC's going to fall to Blue Jay. So this could be turnable here as there's only 4 players left on point from Geometric.
It should be turnable as long as they have good fight. And then EMP! That's winnable.
Yes, they get
kill
the kill
Diva.
of the Zexu,
Kill the Diva.
and they have the EMP on top of that. They're gonna hold here. They needed 1.9% to finish capping this map, but they're not able to do it, as this is a brutal stagger. It's actually gonna cause Blue Jay to get depacked.
Because they're just standing in the middle of an open area versus junk Pharah spam. like, I don't know. It's just like, this is such a weird match to watch.
Yeah.
That's I don't even go. I don't even get it.
Yeah, the tire's gonna come out here. He's gonna look for the kills. He's gonna actually take down Flankiati. He managed to get the nano off before he gets taken down. Onto Prince Zexu. Phantom's gonna fall, but Zexu's soon to follow here. And this is, even though there's a couple kills going the way of the attack, Defender's spawn advantage is going to allow One Trick to get this fight win here. And 45 seconds left for Geometric to cap this map.
All I gotta say is Blue Jay looks like a god right now. This man consistently is on top of SD whenever he barrages. They're tracking it, and Blue Jay's identifying that condition and answering the call, and it's really good. Oh,
Tree just doesn't exist, and that's gonna be a huge opening pick here. Tilted has had some small impact so far this game here. He needs to come up big with this tire. He's not gonna manage to find any kills. He probably just should have popped it in. Demec'd the Diva here.
Yep.
As the Echo for SD, awesome. Okay. Bit of an interesting pick as they managed to take down me.
I actually like the Echo pick.
Yeah, the Echo pick could be massive here as Tilted's gonna actually manage to take down the Echo as Melo's gonna drop.
And Tree hacks the Mercy so she can't res.
Yeah, so Mercy's not gonna be able to get the res. If I'm not mistaken, he got hacked out of the res. Melo's gonna get killed from the bomb as that EMP's gonna hit 4 players here as SD switches to the Tracer to try to get back in time. Blue just gonna manage to get the D-Mech off. Me and Zexu go down. So no main tank for either side, but the Defender's spawn advantage may allow him to do this. Melo needs to contest and he's not able to. He gets slept. What a sleep from Flankiata to allow them to close out the map here. But it was in overtime. So if One Trick can manage to do the same, but have a minute or more, then Geometric won't be able to get another attack.
It's like, wow. I don't even... So many questions. So many questions. I get number one takeaway from here, Joe. I don't know shit. And I actually really like the Echo Switch, honestly, because it just gives you more potential than a Pharah, right? Because of Focus Beam, and it stickies do a lot of damage. Echo ult copy is a really good ult if you copy Orion or Winston on that point. Oh, they call it pause. Yay, I can talk more. I love talking. Yeah.
That's kind of why you're here, is to talk.
Yeah, I mean, true. But honestly, the turning point for me was watching me pin into the EMP and miss everyone. Like, well, I'm drinking. I was drinking a soda, and now I'm just getting.
Soda makes you stupid.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean, true, but and if me just walks up and swings on the Rhine and they kill him, and then and they kill him more quickly, Blue Jay might live there with the nano instead of just dying. And then it gives him Melo more time to get back. I don't know. That was the turning point. Really good defense coming out from OTW, where I think they got thrown off by the Pharah junk comp. And it just, and I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of. Because Pharah junk to me is just an awful composition. Eagle, yeah. I feel like if Eagle had played Echo, or if he had gone to the Reaper, they could have just bullied the tanks. Or if Tree had gone to the Reaper, right? I actually yes, his Sombra got a ton of value. I will say that.
Yeah.
But it got value because Sombra can thrive in those environments where no one's looking at her. You know, it's like a lesser Tracer where if no one's looking at her, she can do damage. She can get kills, and that's what happened. No one looked at her, and she got kills.
Yeah.
And
as
Blue Jay. Oh, my bad. Go
ahead.
Joe. No, go. You.
I was just gonna say we're getting ready to see One Trick on their attack here, and then I was gonna talk about the comps, but you can do that because that sounded like what you were gonna say. No, this is where you talk.
Okay. We gotta take turns. We gotta take the cue cards, man. Like now like we need a teleprompter, bro. We're Joe Biden. We need a teleprompter.
You're gonna get banned for getting political.
Dude, I know, but the joke was right there. But honestly, like it's what I expected. I literally called OTW's comp before it happened. Oh my god, Tree is just
what a pick
like,
there. It's gonna take
Tree is just built different on this Widow. He heard me talking smack after his Widow on Rialto, and he's like, "All right, bro, time for me to click some heads," and that's what's happening.
Yeah, for sure. As that's a decent anti-nade. It's gonna hit up 2 people here on the high ground. The Divas are gonna fight it out, and Blue Jay's gonna get demech. So it's a decent opening pick there.
Blue Jay's
gonna drop onto the point, and Blue Jay's gonna get taken down before he can build up to get back into his mech. And while they're while Geo were winning the fight, SD is losing the one-on-one against Tree. Tree is just dominated against SD, and he does this attack here. Can he find another one here Can he find another one as well? Okay, no, it's gonna be 4.
I'm just watching. Like, I remember SD going like, "Oh yeah, OTW doesn't have a good hit scan without Goose, who like left the team," and I'm just like thinking like, "Wow, Tree's just kind of just crapping on him, bro."
Yeah, the Nano onto Zexu. What a shot! He just flicks over and takes down Flankiata there, and that's an opening pick. The Shatter doesn't really find anything there. Eagle's gonna get taken down, but not before Zexu gets taken down here. Wool is soon to follow. The tire from Tilted's gonna get taken down from Fire Strike from me. There's only a couple players here remaining for Geometric. Churd falls, and it's just the DPS line. Tilted falls, and that's it.
SC is not getting the value he wants out of the Ashe, because Tree, every time he peeks, just takes his head off. Like, that's insane to me, how, like, Tree has put on a clinic of how you play, like, Widow correctly on that first point. And it's just insane for me to see. Because this is not like, Tree showed some flashes of good Widow versus WA and against other teams as well, but this is just a different level.
Yeah, that's a hack onto Churd there. Who's gonna get hacked up, but Tree's just gonna kind of get forced back here as he has switched over onto the Sombra. The beat's gonna get dropped from Mellow. It's gonna be counteracted by the bomb here. The bomb's gonna get thrown in, and the Shadow gets dropped, and it's gonna allow him to find 2 kills and a DMAC. The bomb not really finding the value it needs. Ziggle finds 2 kills there. And that was a very clean fight there. But because of the fact that it was such a clean fight, it may allow for a nice recontest here, but nobody's able to touch.
Nope.
4 minutes and 14 seconds.
I'm at a loss for words, but for less bad reasons. This time it's lost words for good reasons. OTW gets a gold star for that attack. A gold star. You know? And, wowza. That was interesting. I'm really at a loss for words.
Yeah.
Like,
One Trick are dominating this matchup in these last 2 maps. Well, this map and last map. And it will need to be a full hold here for Geo to draw the map. They can't even win anymore.
and so personally, I think if SD was on the Echo, like, Echo can...
Echo's not good, homie. Navino.
Joe, don't be hating on the Echo, bro.
Echo is like worst Tracer.
This is false. This is clinically false.
You're just have bad opinions. I mean, what can I say?
Oh my god. Shots fired out here, bro. Alright,
I just don't understand how you would really the Echo would get any value here. The times where Geometric did run it, he got a kill that just got immediately just blown up.
Echo's better than Pharah on first point. Like, I'm saying, if you're gonna run an aerial character,
I would argue Pharah is better because of the amount of burst damage, and also allows you to kind of collapse on the Tree, who kind of dominated and tilted.
But if you're playing against a Ryan comp, I 100% would rather take an Echo whose focus speed can just melt shit.
Zexu's dead. This game's over.
Rip.
Their main tank goes down, and a point I want to bring up before this ended, For some reason, so Tilted is now on the Widowmaker, while SD is playing the projectile. Just a small little interesting thing. Blue Jay's gonna get the Max Flank, Yada's gonna go down. And this is gonna be it, unless Tilted just hits 5 heads in a row. Instead, Tree's just gonna click bodies, and a one-trick are gonna win map 3.
Oh, well, SD's been playing projectile the entire time till the edge. And he plays like he's their flex DPS.
Yeah, I understand. It was just on the defense. SD was running the.
I think he probably got upset and he was like, "Look, I can't contest him," like, and I don't blame him. And SD, I don't think plays Widow a ton, so like, playing against instead of like just allowing Tilted to be on a comfort pick and try and contest him was probably a better option. But the thing is like, with the Reaper. We talked about it in Ilios, where Reaper can just, like, bully a front line. That's exactly what they did. Yeah. Like, the presence of Tree kept, Eagle... I mean, kept SD and Tilted from peaking. Because if they did, they got their heads taken off by Tree. Right? Because Tree was just dialed in that map. And it was pretty insane. I will say that, like... I know, like, some people doubt the Echo. All right, I gotta go back to this because I just gotta say, I think that Echo against the Rhine is better against the Rhine because Focus Beam can melt shields very quickly, as well as like there's more maneuverability rather than against Afara and. It'll also, you can dive bomb Afara much better. And also, I think Copy is a much better ultimate than Barrage.
Okay. Let me explain my perspective, where I think the Pharah is better against, if we're just talking about against the Rhine. Uh-huh. So against the Rhine, what Pharah allows you to do is, you could just poke the backline, and then you can't do anything to protect them if you're the tanks. Like, even if you run a Rhine D.Va, the D.Va's forced to come back and you leave the Rhine on, like, its own island. And so I just feel the Pharah just forces, because it has a bit more burst damage, it just forces so much attention from the other team. And so I just feel like if you play the Pharah right, I think if you play the Pharah poorly, you're just going to kind of get pooed on.
You're just going to get run over. And I think Echo is better at preventing the running over because of stickies, because of focus beams, where they can put out that like you talk about burst damage, right? Focus beam can like shatter shields, can just like give you so much room. Where like if you get to a certain point where you're below half health, right? Your focus beam can flip the tempo of a game.
Well, yeah, but the thing is on Pharah is 2 direct rockets to a squishy, and then you've turned the entire fight.
Oh yes, and because it's a mix of.
I just believe the burst damage and the just attention that Pharah requires just gives you more value than the Echo does.
Quick side note: we have a comments that I wanted to point out in Twitch chats from Owlet's Tournament. Bay Vino is their comment.
It's probably a Bizzle on the Owlet account. I played an Owlet a long time. Hey Bizzle. He really said baby. That's hilarious. Dude, I don't even know like what.
A quick side note: Exfil has been subbed in.
I'm assuming they're gonna run the Tracer again then.
Yeah, Exfil going back in for Tilted, as our map here will be King's Row. OTW once again opting to be on the defense.
Yeah, and we will see what happens here, because I think like I predicted Gio to win this match, but just like I didn't really see how dominant Tree would be. His Sombra's been okay. He's got like
his Sombra's been decent.
Yeah, but like his Widow is what carried Anubis, and then on Rialto, frankly, it was like the tank show with like Eagle getting some kills. And so like it's really comforting to see that OTW has different facets of their game that prop them up at different points, depending on how like the map is situated. Because Anubis is a really good Widow map, right? And Tree answered that call. And then on Rialto, like, it's just, you can be, like, Ryan and Reaper can really thrive, and me, and, like, I just gotta say, Phantom Flex, Mellow, Blue Jay, really consistent. Me, Tree, Eagle have had their ups and downs. But those three, Blue Jay, Mellow, and Phantom, oh my word, have been so consistent the entire series.
Yeah, Eagle has as well, throughout the season so far, has been probably one of the most consistent players on this team. This game, he had a kind of shaky map 1 and map 3 in a lot of ways, but he has been holding his own here this game, and he's gonna get the opening pick here as SD's gonna get taken down. It looks like Zexu took a shield down for just a moment to go for a fire strike, and then the entire team just is collapsing around him as X is gonna get taken down as well.
I just gotta say, Me had a huge block on the anti-nade with his shield at just the right moment, which prevented the entire thing, because Geo's comp without the Moira is banking on those anti-nades. And so Me did a great job of blocking it, and then they were able to aggress without being anti.
Yeah. As you see, they're going to try to push aggressive here.
And now
Zexu's going to get hacked up, as that's a decent anti-nade. It's going to hit 2 players, but Tree's actually going to find SD. Me's going to go down, though, as X-Fool's going to get taken down here. So far, it looks like it could go the way of either team as the Nano comes through onto Zexu. He's not able to find any kills here as they're going to manage to get the first tick onto the point. He has the Shatter, and he's going to drop it. He's going to hit 3 players. He's going to hit through and take out Blue Jay. Can he find any more kills off the back of that? He doesn't need to, as the rest of his team is there now. And barring a miracle, they'll be able to cap point A.
Wow. I talked about the anti-nade, and that was their win con, and, like, flank hit it. That's why I personally, like, if they're running an Ana, I think D.Va's much better, because you can eat those anti-nades and make them
what? What is Zexu doing? He just stood there in the middle of...
And he just got bullied, like, honestly.
He didn't even get bullied. He just walked up around a corner and just stood there with his shield up, and then just slowly walked backwards. Ah, Zexu.
Zexu's looked really good throughout the season.
The EMP Shatter. It's not going to hit Wooly, so he's going to have to beat to keep everybody up. But Zexu is more of a Winston player, so that maybe part of the reason is Melo's going to drop the beat, but it gets completely canceled out from X-Roll's 6-man EMP. It's going to allow the main tank Zexu to just roll through 5-3 kills, get a flex Shatter.
I don't know about that beat there, Melo. I was just complimenting how consistent you've been this series that you beat when they know they have EMP.
Ooh, that's such a late kill on the Blue Jay.
I mean, they get a contest, like, there's no way they don't. And Zexu might get caught here if he's not careful. Because Eagle's done, like, such a good job of just busting the tanks in front of him and not letting them take space for free.
Yeah,
and,
speaking of tanks, Druid's gonna get hacked up. As SD's gonna teleport into the backline. He's gonna get nanoed up here. He gets out of the Blossom! Oh no, he immediately tries to go for the Blossom, but gets pity. Managed to take down me anyways. This Eagle's Blossom's not gonna find any kills. The cool essence for Phantom Flex is gonna take down Zexu, and Shurd's gonna take down Eagle, so they're gonna manage to get a trade here, and it looks like SD's gonna try to put his team on the back here. As Me made a nice play, but it doesn't really matter.
That was the most telegraphed Blossom I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, he literally he got nanoed and turned around mid-range. We all knew it was coming. And he still gets kills out of it because they, like, OTW lack of focus fire there to punish it.
Yeah, he got pinned out of it, and then he just managed to blow up Me before they could really, turn onto SD, so...
Because Nano Reaper is fun. And a balanced mechanic.
Yeah, Nano is a balanced ability.
100%. I see no lies. Honestly, if I was like, they had these grab. I feel like Blue Jays held on to this for a while.
Yeah, Eagle's gonna take down SD before the fight even starts, and then the EMP is gonna get dropped from Tree, but the Shatter from Me is gonna find so many players here.
But the anti-nade.
They tried their best to turn it with the EMP and the Shatter, but they're not able to, and Geometric are just going to roll through, and they have 4 ults to close out this map.
I just don't understand why you don't grab, Blue Jay. When did you grab? Why is everyone complimenting not playing well?
He got killed immediately, that's how come he didn't grab. He got killed very early on there. Eagle's gonna take down Flankiadas. Blue Jay's gonna get taken down here. He did use his grab at the start of the fight. SD's gonna take down Phantom Flex, but a couple players are soon to follow. The boom from Mello is gonna take down SD, so that could be big if they're gonna try to turn this. That's another boom kill. They almost found 2 booms there, but it's not gonna matter. As Gio has one of the best attacks I've seen on King's Row in a while.
I don't know if I would call that a good attack, or if OTW just has no focus fire at all.
Well, but even if it was even if it were mistakes from OTW, Geo still managed to capitalize on it and still managed to capitalize on the mistakes and managed to cap the entire map. So it might have not been some giga-brain outplay from Geo. They managed to capitalize on some of the more basic mistakes from One Trick, and they managed to just be a bit better and managed to cap the all 3 points.
Now there's a thing in Twitch chat, Yoshi put, take a shot every time Navino talks about Echo. But, I don't know, like, in the Shadow Dive matchup, it feels like OTW lacks the play to capitalize on things correctly. And Flankiata's landing the nades to make the comp work. Now, how you play around that is, you just, with the Moira, you just need to speed into them. Because if they die too quickly, anti-nade doesn't really do shit. And also, I see Tree going this Widow. Is it just for the opening pick, you think, or you think he's going to stick on?
He's going down now, so he's switching. Also, it is not Shadow Dive, it is Shadow Brawl, because it is the Ryan's Aria.
I mean, like, Shadow Dive isn't even a good name for the Winston Diva one, because it plays like a Brawl.
I believe it's a good name, because it's kind of it's a dive comp with Brawl mechanics, so I think it's more related to a dive comp than a Brawl.
Definitely think it's more related to a Brawl, because you just hold W. And here's what they're doing, holding W.
Yeah, you hold W, but you dive in. Yeah, I don't really know. You call it whatever, I don't really care. Zexu is throwing the video game here, so he's just gonna int in and get taken down by Eagle, and that should just be the fight here. As Eagle's gonna find 2 kills now, his shirt has fallen very low, around 3 times, and finally gets taken down. Me's gonna take a quick nap, but get immediately woken up, and I wonder if Gio's gonna go for a recontest here. It looks like they want to.
But,
are they able to get there?
Why would
no. They're gonna manage to touch here, so they could go for the recontest.
They did hack SD.
Yeah, SD gets hacked up here. Can anybody stay on point? No. So it was a very ugly recontest here, and they used their nano as well. So it was an ugly recontest with an ugly outcome.
Oh, if I see both teams end with like a 3-minute time bank, I swear.
One Trick have a minute more than Geo did after capping the first point, so this could even be a better time bank. Yeah,
Zexu, I don't even think through. I think, like, Churn uses bubble, but it doesn't matter. Like, how are they going to capitalize on that? Like,
I know, but, like,
it was pretty. It was pretty. Yeah, it did.
It was pretty.
And now, Blue Jay could just, like, kind of grab here for free.
As the Blossom's gonna get dropped in the middle of the team, Blue Jay doesn't even get the opportunity to use it. He never even built it up in time, as SD just fights 3 kills there. He just kind of gets in the middle of the team and finds the kills here. Eagle's gonna get a kill. Can he get out?
No, there's no way this man gets out. This man gets out.
No,
he's not.
Oh, okay, Church takes him down. Oh, he almost got out. It was so close.
Church is too high energy to get for
they're gonna engage fast, and the fact is, Prince Zexu went down there from I think it was Eagle, so that just allows One Trick to get so much space.
100%. I think
the EMP is gonna hit everybody except Eagle, and it's not gonna matter though. Eagle's not even. He shouldn't use his ult here, as Prince Zexu's gonna get nano, is just gonna push forward, try to get the cleanup kills. There were 2 early kills that went the way of One Trick, but the EMP was too much for them to handle. So, OGM is consistently getting early picks, and then Geo's has to invest a lot to stay in the fight. Like, they use Grab, they use EMP, they use Blossom, they use Nano. Like, now all they have left is Beats, and they're gonna have Shatter mid-fight. Yeah, 6 ults from One Trick. They should be able to win this here. So the Rav's gonna get dropped here. They're gonna put the Coalescence on top of him. They're gonna manage to get the opening pick here. The Beat's gonna come out from Wooly, but it's gonna be countered from the EMP from Tree here. He's gonna get killed, but all the players who had the Beat are just gonna get taken out of the fight now, as it looks like it's good anti-nade, so maybe it could be some follow-up from SD here in the back. He's going to manage to get one kill before getting taken down. It looks like there should be a point B cap here, so they're going to finish
Exfil's too low to really contest. Really? Right.
Yeah, he's going to contest. He's 1 health. Not sure why he did that, as 4:30 here coming into third point.
And they still have the Blossom beat and Shatter. Like, and yes, they've kind of caught up on the ults, but they still have 3 ults. And
that's a very aggressive Shatter from me, as he's just dead. Not even, that was ugly. Whatever One Trick tried to do there didn't work, and they got punished. So they're gonna get taken down, and Tree's gonna get taken down late here. So a 3-minute time bank looking, far from likely here from One Trick.
Yeah, I think, I'm just watching, and I think... I understand what you're going for, but, like, Zach's just not an idiot. He's not just gonna put his shield down randomly.
Speaking of putting your shield down randomly, I don't know where I was going with that. Zach's just gonna push in with the nano boost. He's gonna get pinned, but he's not actually gonna get taken down, as the Blossoms for both Reapers are gonna find a couple kills here, and it looks like it should be going the way of Geo here. Luigi did get the kill onto SD, and it looks like One Trick should just contest fast here, as they do have the spawn advantage.
I think this is exactly like, literally just now. Oh, but Flank is so out of position.
Flank Yada gets taken down as the Moira goes on a flank here. The Coalescence is going to get pulled out. It wasn't really a flank. I was just trying to make a joke about Flank Yada's
name. Yes.
It just wasn't true or funny. As Eagle's going to fight, I think that was 4 kills there.
You get one of the Venus Gold Stars for trying. Really good shatter block and just general follow up, and also like awareness to push the Ana.
The EMPs come out from both sides, and Tree gets canceled out. Tree doesn't get the chance to use his EMP as Exfil cancels his as the solo grab onto Wooly here, and they're not even managing to take him down. They finally do, but there's a couple of kills going either way here, and it looks like Geo are starting to stabilize, as the EMP from Exfil found way more value than Tree's, because Tree didn't even get to use his, as he just got hacked out mid-animation.
That's what we call an unlucky in the biz, to be honest. As well as, like, the beat from Mello was really good, but the anti-nade that went into the grab made it so they couldn't heal up while they were during the beat. So, like, after the beat, they just had no AP. So it couldn't sustain them through it.
Yeah. Basically, I think that's a good breakdown of what happened, as the Nano onto the Reinhardt's not going to get the kills, but SD Blossom will. As
exactly how you play.
Now.
Like, I don't necessarily agree with all, like, the flanks SD is doing, right? But they're playing using their ult super aggressively. I love it. Because, like, if they use their ult super aggressively, it's a continual, like, stagger for OTW. And now Mi's just so far ahead.
Yeah,
both
Zexu tried to punish him, but both Reinhardts are going to get hacked, so neither really want to push in. Zexu's still playing fairly aggressive here, kind of on his lonesome. He's going to get forced back here. The shield's going to drop. The Shatter gets dropped as soon as it goes down. Oh, we have a pause.
Chur definitely was sitting there in the corner. But I hate mid-fight pauses. Yeah. So, I don't know. That was interesting.
Yeah. As soon as the pause got called, Eagle just used his Blossom.
Is he using it? Yeah, he's using it right now. Honestly, this is OTW's fight to lose.
Yeah.
If really the big thing, they just need to finish with time. That's the big thing.
Yeah. If they don't manage to finish with time, then the chances of us heading to Busan here for our tiebreaker map seem very likely.
Yeah, I would agree. I think
because 3 minutes to get 1 tick, that's a fairly, the odds are stacked in your favor.
And I think on map 5, I do favor Geo because they just play, unless Tree pops on the Widow. I think Geo just plays these DPS comps better, like as we saw on map 1.
Yeah,
and like I'm assuming right now, unless OTW like pulls something like a miracle, right? I would think that OTW um, will we'll lose this, and then we go to map 5. And then personally, I think Geo has a really good chance taking it. But Tree has turned up these last 2 minutes, so we will see.
Tree has played phenomenal here the last 2 maps.
Like his Anubis was great. We don't talk about the other 2. So guys, how was your weekend? How was your weekend, Joe?
My weekend spent the entire time watching Overwatch League, like you do.
Oh,
yeah. I burnt through $15 worth of Monster.
Ooh.
Yeah. How was yours?
I also watched. I didn't burn through that much Monster, but I went grocery shopping for the first time in like a month. So I did adult things. I got my hair cut.
Nice.
You know,
Being an adult in America.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Great time.
Yesterday,
yeah,
I got to shit talk some Australians about how bad their CS:GO team was.
Wait, why?
Because I wanted to.
I mean, fair.
You know.
The
Side note here, but we're gonna kind of ignore this. The Australians ended up winning the game. So yeah.
How'd that shit talk turn out for you, bro?
I learned Australians are very nice, and so they're kind of just like.
I thought they just said like the C word over. And I say that because I can't say it on broadcast. I think Ackery would have, or Dividing would have a heart attack if I said that on broadcast.
You've made a political joke, and nobody's had a heart attack yet. So,
bro, come on, it was right there. I thought it was funny. Come on,
it was funny. I laughed.
Ackery Dividing, can I get it? Can I get a confirmation that my jokes are funny?
That is a confirmation that your jokes are unfunny.
I know, they just are silent.
Sure, let's rejoin the game.
So
we're just hoping that we can get back in.
Well, it resets his ult charge.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what ult charge he had.
He was definitely close to a grab because Blue Jay is like 50, so I think Churd's probably at least that close. And I think he just has to go stall at this point.
Did Churd already use it? I feel like Churd used his grab. Anyways, we're in the middle of a fight here, as Igor didn't get any kills with his Blossom. Churd has been the only casualty of this fight so far. And that's a good kill there onto Eagle. If I'm not mistaken, he was... No, he wasn't antied. I'm just dumb. Tree's gonna get taken down here right after he hacked up SD Awesome. A nice anti-nade there is going to allow him to take down me, and there's going to have 45 seconds left here to finish out King's Row.
Okay, so I didn't pay attention to this, but apparently Wooly was mid-beat, so like, Eagles and Blossom just did nothing, and they didn't punish the Rhine. So yeah, Geo won that fight, and now they just gotta hope to cap it all. And like, if I'm Tree, I would use the EMP like literally just right on top.
Oh, the EMP. It hits 5 people. The Shatter's going to find 3. The only player doesn't hit is Zexu somehow here, as his Shatter's going to be massive as well, but that's 3 kills. Make that 4, going the way of OTW here, as they need to cap with time. Any little bit of stall is going to deny them of their chance to attack here again. Are they going to... This looks actually very plausible. They may be able to do it here. Exfil's going to get the touch here, as they're going to be sent into overtime, so it's drawable is the best they could do here. SD's going to get hacked out of his Blossom. Blue Jay's going to get booped off the edge there. I think his Grav got sent off the edge as well there, but it's not going to matter.
Eagle had another Blossom there.
Eagle. What? Eagle's playing out of his mind. I've had the ability to cast 2 out of the 3 OTW matches, and Eagle's Reaper is just phenomenal.
He understands how to play it, which is really, really great.
His Blossom usage on Rialto was a bit but throughout the rest of the series, he's just been very consistent, and throughout the entire season, he's been one of the more consistent.
It's a bit the phrase we really want to use for that Blossom usage on Rialto, a bit Ready for battle. And we have another pause. So welcome to League Zero, the game of pauses.
I don't know if we should say League Zero or Overwatch.
Probably both. Ugh. I don't even.
I think somebody needs to pee.
Wait, what? What's that?
Yeah, Tree needed to pee.
Is this really the reality I live in? Is this it?
Yes.
Where I am watching someone pause to take a pee when he has a whole 5 minutes in between each map. When we just had a DC pause where you could have just peed. So now. So many questions. I feel like that's the number one thing. I just don't know what the hell is going on at this point. I just know people pressing Q. What's the thing called when you nano blossom? What's that thing called? What was that?
It's called a nano blossom.
No, but what was it used to be called something.
Beyblade?
Yes, Beyblade.
But that was a comp. It was not just nano blossom. It was nano bongo. It was like a nano. You nanoed the blossom, then you also had a mercy pocket, then you also had a Lucio speed boost.
Yeah, but like the initial idea is like because it's spin to win, right?
Yeah,
and that's what I kept thinking about the entire map when I just watched how many times they nanoed SD.
Yeah, I've casted, I think it's been now 4 or 5 novice games this season. And most games have just been which team has been able to get more value out of their Reaper player. And in a lot of fights, it is the Blossom, because most of the time the Reapers are charging Blossom every other fight. So. As Tree has returned from taking a pee.
Taking a tinkle. That's what we call it.
Real gamers pee themselves.
Real gamers pee themselves. Alright.
That's a Tree is on the Widow here on the defense. Let's stop talking about peeing and let's focus on the video game. I think that's for a different time.
They're just gonna play for the anti. One anti-nade can just end this entire thing.
Geo should just wait for to build up ults before they really take a hard commit here. As he's gonna get hacked, but he's gonna get bubbled. He's gonna manage to survive for now here. SD's he's just in the middle of the team there. He puts so much pressure onto me, and the anti-nade's gonna finish him off. SD's gonna get traded out, but Blue Jay and Eagle fall. And no map 6 for us today, but we will be heading to a map 5.
Like I said, one anti-nade. That's all they really needed.
It wasn't really an anti-nade, it was more of a SD was just in the middle of the team, and he took me down really low, and the 20 damage from the anti-nade finished him off.
Is it really only 20? I thought it was more than that.
Well, I think it's either 20 or 50, hold up.
I thought it was like 75.
Talk about Overwatch while I figure this out.
No, I'm Googling it now.
I'm Googling it first.
No, I'm...
It does 60 damage.
I was like, yeah, it definitely does more than 20.
Is the sleep dart that does 20?
No, the sleep dart does 5, bro. There's no way that sleep dart does 20 damage.
Put it off. I'm just gonna shut up.
Yeah. Well. You have 5 minutes to pee before that. I can't today, dude.
Our tiebreaker map will be Busan. I saw.
Bro. No one. Okay.
There was the map 6 chat in chat, but sadly.
You're delusional if you thought that they weren't going to take a tick. Like, when literally the only reason OTW's first point defense was any good was because they literally gave up ticks and recontested. They don't have the ticks to give up. so me is forced to stand on that point and just face tank this damage.
Yeah. Somebody also in the Twitch chat said Nev during the pee break said Nev sounds like he's ready to have a stroke.
I guess that's sort of accurate.
Currently, you're still here, so
True.
I don't think that has
True.
happened. As map 5 here is going to be Busan, as we are just waiting for both teams to be ready. This game just doesn't. This game, while it has technically, I guess, been close, it just feels like it's just been a roll. Like, you know those games where technically they're close, but they don't feel close, even though they are extremely close? That's this game.
Well, it's like, I feel like we've had maps where one team has gotten rolled, right? Or another, and that's been true on either side. Like, back and forth. It's just like, who's gonna roll the other?
Yeah, well, but then you have... Because, like, you look at the maps, we look at the 4 maps so far of the series. Map 1, Ilios, kind of a roll. The first point was close, but the map as a whole was a roll in the way of geometric. Map 2, Rialto, full held. Geometric at full held, OTW, cap, basically a roll in favor of OTW.
Mm-hmm.
Map 3, Anubis.
While
both teams do manage to cap, one team has 4 minutes, the other team has 0 seconds.
And then Kings Row's the same thing.
And then Kings Row's the same thing, except 3 minutes instead of 4.
Yeah.
So.
I felt like... Because I didn't think Ilios was that... Like, first point was really close for Ilios. Second point was kind of a roll. But Tree, honestly, might opt to play Widow again here, because Widow is just such...
Yeah.
A good character on downtown because of the sightlines.
He...
As long as you play correct. Oh! We have the Shadow Dive matchup versus the Reinzar Shadow Brawl.
Yeah. Okay. Here's why we call one Shadow Dive and one Shadow Brawl. Because historically, D.Va Winston have been dive tanks. In this comp, they aren't. But then if you call this one, Shadow Brawl, and then you call the Ryan but also Shadow Brawl, there's no difference in the comps. So,
I mean, to be honest, fine. I will call one Big Hammerman Shadow Man.
Okay, that's fine.
One is called
Monkey
Go Burr.
Monkey Go Bird. That sounds like a great name for the two.
Alright, there we go.
So we have the German Hammerman versus the Monkey Go Bird comp.
The German Hammerman.
He's going to get hacked up, so he's not going to be able to translocate out, but he's going to manage to stay alive. See, on the point now, both teams have rotated down. Zexu's pushing up aggressive. He's going to get hacked. SD's taking up the front line now, but he's going to get forced back. Zexu's going to push aggressive, but he's taken very low, so he's going to need to get healed back up, but the main tank, Enemy, has been taken down. Soon to be followed is Iggledy-Bop, so 2 players go down. Iggledy-Bop, such a fun name to say.
Honestly, like, the biggest mistake I saw from watching that was the fact that, like, when they use Projected Barrier, now Churd has no utility to keep their Rhine, other than just pure damage. And Zexu is holding that little corner. If me saves Bubble, it's like versus an Ana, you can literally section off healing so easily. If he just bubbles that Cubby and they push into the Rhine and kill the Rhine, just amp into him, they can bring that fight.
Yeah.
But they don't. They play it too slow.
Tree is actually 20% closer to the EMP than X. Even though my brain. Even though Geo ended up winning the fight, they are farther away from this EMP, but they are closer on other ultimates. But the EMP is just so powerful. The shatter hits 4 players. What a shatter from Zexu with the blossom on top. The EMP doesn't even get a chance to come out here. That's 2 huge ultimates from Geometric. Managed to get the fight win.
Did they nanoed Wooly.
Wait, they nanoed Wooly?
They nanoed Wooly, bro. But I would say, like,
it was a misclick.
But, like, they invest 3 ults and now... Oh!
The EMP is going to hit everybody except Exful and Wooly, so the beat is there. The bomb is still going to take out Zexu, however. I wonder if X is going to opt to use its EMP or not here. Sure, it's going to get taken down, followed by me. So, no tank presence for Geometric. Woolie's going to get hacked up and taken down, soon followed by Flankiata, and so that's going to be it there for the fight. As it's going to be flipped over at 85%. Oh, make that 88%. There we go.
Hello there.
And now, like, EMP Bomb is really hard combo to land sometimes because, like, there's so many places to hide. But if you do it correctly, like, it can get value. EMP Blossom's just a more consistent combo that I think they should use, especially with the fact that they don't have a diva to eat Blossom.
Yeah.
They have nothing.
Speaking of Blossom, the Blossom gets dropped there. It's not going to find any kills. It's soon countered by the EMP. But 2 players are already dead. Eagle's going to get traded out now, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. The teleport onto the high ground from SD as he's just going to force me down onto the low ground here. So it is a player advantage for 1 trick, but Geometric are going to commit now with Zexu returning to the fray. He's going to get nanoed up now as he's going to push forward and try to demech Churd as the Coalescence going to come out from Phantom Flex. He's going to get hit with an anti-nade as SD's going to drop a Blossom on the point. He's going to manage to get 1 kill before Eagle takes him down. Gets the demech as well as the EMP's going to get thrown out as they're trying to turn this fight here, and they're going to manage to get a couple kills. And this was very back and forth, but it's going to end up finally going the way of Geometric.
That EMP, like, I understand what Tree was thinking, but as soon as Eagle dies, like, Eagle was so low. There was no way they were going to get the kills needed to capitalize on that. Good touch, I mean.
Yeah, Me's going to use his Primal Rage to manage to touch the point here. He's going to get antied and taken down fairly low, but he's going to manage to stay alive for now. Zexu's a bit out of position, but he's not going to really get punished. SD, however, is going to get taken down. It's a huge opening pick. The anti-nade is going to finish off Tree. The beat is there from both sides. The Diva Bomb's going to take down Woolly Sheep there.
Kill the line.
They miss part of their support line as Zexu's going to take him
down. Now.
Okay, he's only managed to hit 1 person. Eagle does get taken down, and then Blue Jay does get demech there. They're going to nano the Sombra, I guess, to build up the EMP that he just used. Mel is going to find 2 kills. Exfil's going to actually take down me, so this could still be turnable here, but I'm not too sure about it. There's 4 people on point for OTW. They're going to flip it back over. Bit of an ultimate waste from Geometric.
I understand what they were thinking about with the Nano Sombra because they thought they'd just clean it up, but, like, Tree is just hacking SD off cooldown right now, and it's hilarious. Like, I feel your pain, though, because it is really frustrating to get hacked, because there's no point in hacking a Zarya, personally. Like, honestly, there's really no point. Unless you do it before she uses bubble. But if you hack a Reaper, you make him useless. Like, you make it so he can't take that space. Oh, me.
Ooh, the Blossom's going to get dropped, but he's actually going to take it out before he gets any kills. Xu's going to get traded out from Blue Jay, which I feel would be a bigger kill here to lose your May tank. And he's going to pop his Prime. We'll try to force everybody away here. They're going to build up to 91%. The EMP's going to get dropped. It's going to hit 3 players. Me's going to fall, however.
No, the honor, bro.
Going to come out. A good self-heal to keep everybody up from Flankiata. The Shatter and EMP are going to get dropped. The Blossom from SD Awesome doesn't find any kills, but Woolly Sheep's going to actually manage to find one. The EMP onto Zexu comes out here, as it looks like the first point. It was a rough fight. They had a rough go from it, but it looks like Geometric will flip it over and most likely just confirm the first point.
Such a back and forth. I think they overcommitted, and, like, if they were going to commit to that fight where they get that trade between Eagle and the Ride, they have to full commit. They half of them backed out, then me if they me just uses that primal and gets, like, choked down up top and then doesn't have it to really get out. And then, like, I felt like Phantom just went way too deep on the Cole. Like, I even said, like, shoot the Ana, right? But, like, chasing the Ana into a Zarya is not the best plan, right? And so it's really hard to make those choices. And we're just gonna literally see the same thing again, except for the Rhine for OTW.
Yeah, so both sides are going to run the Rhine here. Blue Jay's opting for the Diva, while Churd is opting for the Zarya here. It looks like they're just going to also meet here on the side here. A decent anti is going to hit 2 players here, so it's going to force a bit of positioning from OTW. They will try to poke the battles. That's a very aggressive pit from me, and allows them to just burn down Zexu. A very aggressive play from me opens up this fight here, as it looks like Geo's just going to pull back as one trigger removed your point out of cap.
Really good first fight from OTW, just being able to section off different parts of the composition and do it. Like DM is so like against the Ana, DM is so valuable.
What is that pin from me? It looks like he wants to try to save Tree, but he's going to go down, and then Mies gets antsied, which means he's probably just going to fall there, and he does. SD Awesome does get traded out, but not before Mello goes down. So, a bit of an awkward position from Tree is going to cost him the team the fight. Cost his team the fight. There we go.
Yeah, I don't really know what, like, I don't know, did Tree just not have Translocator? Like, I'm not really sure, but, oh, he got hacked? Okay. So he got so really good execution and like being able to like pounce on that split second to punish Tree.
It looks like they're going for the hack again. They managed to get it. A good anti-nades can hit up 2 people. Blue Jay fails to eat it. The Shatter gets dropped. It's gonna hit 3 players there.
And they kill
One is gonna fall. Yeah, Church goes down from the Shatter. The Nano's gonna come out. The Shatter's gonna hit the shield. And then Zexu gets hacked up. The EMP is going to get dropped on the point there. It's going to hit 4 people.
And they just need to keep pushing and try and finish off this fight and just pocket Eagle so they can.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but players are falling left and right, and this looks like while it was going the way of Geo, it's going to end up going the way of One Trick in the end. The EMP gets dropped. They're actually going to turn this. What just happened? 2, 3 players alive is enough. As SD gets 4 players with the awesome.
No! Like,
how did that turn?
SD just hit Q and they had and Blue Jay was bombing, so he didn't have DM to eat it. And so they just all die because they don't have support ult either because they just use the support ult to save 3 EMP.
And I wonder if that was just a, let's see if we can turn this, or if it was really just that well calculated. As the EMP comes through, but the beat is there to keep everybody up for now. Tree gets taken down, but Zexu gets traded out there, which is a massive kill. Having no main tanks could cost them the fight. Phantom does get traded, but SD falls immediately after. Me's gonna get hit with an anti-nade, but he's still gonna go for a pin while antied. The EMP gets dropped. The bit overzealous is gonna get taken down there. The grab's gonna hit a couple of players. And this series looks like it could be coming to a close here, as it's just a couple remaining players for OTW. Tree's gonna get taken down. If the Coalescence is gonna get popped, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything. Gets slept and taken out. And it took 5 maps. It took them a while, but Geometric will take the series and move to 2-1 on the season.
Yeah. Kind of like what I like.
Play of the game.
I don't even know. Like, SD played.
The amount of times. Okay. Before you actually say anything, the amount of times I've heard you say, "I don't even know this game." It's an astonishing amount.
You know, it's just my catchphrase at this point, bro.
They're not paying you enough.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting paid at all. So, like,
yeah, that's the joke.
Hey, if I'm not getting paid for this, you are.
Fair enough, Acri. Fair enough. And so I think that Geo was just better on that last point because I was just watching and I talked about how well they had done it, like just hacking SDA and like contesting him and making him feel like he's not in the game. And then last month they just kind of let him take over. He ulted it in some really good places, but he had some really questionable plays in earlier maps. So it was like a really hot or cold thing. And OTW does not deserve to be 0-3. I gotta say that right now.
Yeah.
They do not deserve to be 0-3.
Week 1, didn't they get 3-0'd by
Wisdom Academy? Then they got the 6 map versus EM, and now the 5 map versus Geo.
they got reverse swept in 6 maps by EM, and now they just got 5 mapped against Geo. Yeah, that's like OTW is probably better than multiple teams that that do have wins.
I would say, like, with me, they're definitely better than EM. Like, in my opinion.
Then
and
EM?
Then EM 100%. Also, like, and I know, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for Ghost. I'm waiting for Ghost to at me later and just be like, well, actually, I have a stick up my butt, you know, kind of thing. And because, like, again, a Ghost can't take criticism to save their lives. Um, and but it's like I don't even know. Like, Joe, don't say it. I know. I know. I literally just
Yeah,
said it.
yeah.
Said it. But it's so hard to explain. Like, of the little minute things that made this go in the way of Geo, where like they never punished the Ana. They never punished that Ana pick. Right? If you play fast enough in their face, you can take out an Ana very easily. And if you play the diva correctly. Also, like, Mii's bubble usage on Winston really hurt them. Because, like, Ana can't heal through shields. You can literally just section the Rhine off and kill him. I felt like pacing was really off for OTW at points. And Geo just in longer fights looked better because even though, like, Eagle and Tree to play very well, I think Geo mechanically is more sound. So in longer fights, it benefits just the better mechanical players.
Yeah. Speaking of players, who would you like to interview? I'll let you choose.
What? Why?
I was gonna say SD, but we can do Exfil.
No, I don't want to interview SD. He'll just. I cannot.
Interviewing SD's funny.
Okay. What up, buddy? Congrats on the win.
Yeah. Congrats on the win, Exfil.
You wanna? I don't really have a question.
You didn't talk and you didn't.
Dude, I mean, all right. So
All right.
go. You go.
No, you go.
Joe and I are an old married couple at this point. All right, like, but I guess like that last map, and on King's Row when you were playing the Sombra. What was your mindset going in, like, versus, like, after, like, getting kind of, like, you know, rolled and smoked on Anubis and Rialto? Like, what was your guys' mindset going into that King's Row map?
Yeah, well, Esta went Genji for a sec, and that kind of threw us off because, you know, Esta loved doing fun shit like that in the middle of a match. But,
I don't know if playing Genji in this current meta is considered fun.
I watched him get two-tapped by Tree.
Listen, for Esta, it's what's in his heart, all right? He's a Genji main at heart, and whether they nerf him or buff him, he's going to be there. But I think we did a really good job of collecting our spaghetti that was all over the floor after those two games and putting it back in our pockets and just pushing forward.
Yeah, you guys really did a good job of recovering.
Yeah.
So, how did you feel, like, you as a player, like, how do you feel, how would you describe the last two maps of that series?
Damn, man. I mean, it feels like we were really playing like a team. And things did get kind of crazy. Things did get kind of sloppy, but I think we did a really good job of staying in the moment and knowing when the fight was winnable and when it wasn't. And we always came with a game plan. And so for us, it was more important to keep talking and just focus, I guess. And it's easy to say that now versus actually doing it. But I mean, forehead, focus. You got to buckle down and just push through it. We did a really good job. We decided not to get boomed, and we just came back.
Yeah. Really good play. Like, your EMP is really good on the last two maps. And Joe, do you have any questions? Yeah, the Sombra looked a lot better. Like, I know you guys struggled in past weeks running the Sombra, which is why you strayed away from, like, the Shadow comics, right? The Sombra Reaper.
Yeah.
But it looked a lot better to me. Joe, any questions from you?
Yeah, so coming into this match, did you guys really have any counter strats, or did you just, like, just decide, hey, we can just play our own game and we think we can get the win?
Man, you picked the wrong player to interview on that question. I actually had a hurricane hit my house a couple weeks ago.
Oh, unfortunate.
And then we just had another hurricane hit my house again.
Oh, unfortunate part two.
Yeah, so I actually have been, moving around. I haven't been on my computer very much, and I just we showed up to warm-ups. I warmed up and just went in there and played. And we talked some strategy, but I wasn't as prepared as I would have hoped. but that really wasn't my fault and really wasn't anyone else's fault. So just kind of a unlucky type
An
of thing.
unlucky moment.
Yeah, but we definitely worked with what we had, and we did a really good job. And I mean, hats off to our coaches.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Well, thank you, Exfil, for stopping by for a quick interview.
Of course, thank you guys for having me.
Oh yeah, good games tonight, man.
Yeah,
great
it was
game.
a lot of fun.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Mother Nature. Hate you, bro. Get bent.
Well, then I was gonna ask if you had any shit talk, and that's where you would have done it.
Oh, nah, dude, I'm not about that. I mean,
You
I let
just,
my play-
you
Well, I'll
just
shit
called
talk
out
Mother Nature. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll shit
come
talk
on,
Mother
man.
Nature. Nah, I try and let my play talk more than my actual mouth, so I find that works better.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But thanks again for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, bro. Congrats.
Cool.
Yeah.
And with that, that will be it from us here at League Zero. Thank you for stopping by tonight for our only match. It was I would say it's a fairly good match. It'll be
Yeah, it
our
was
last talk.
I said it was fun. I said yes. I was like, yes, it was fun. I was agreeing.
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I was your Razor, joined here by Navino. It's fun casting with you, and hope to see you next week.